Now to Afghanistan, and just before Christmas we heard about Operation Winter Success, planned and led by Afghan National Army staff and targeting a crucial area of Helmand where the districts of Nad-e Ali, Nari Siraj and Lashkargah meet. Well, joining us live now from Camp Bastion is our reporter James Banks. James, you've just come back from Nad-e Ali. What impact have you seen there as a result of the operation?
Well, one example that I saw was the Bazaar at Loy Manday on the northern edge of the Nad-e Ali district. It used to be a thriving market, but since fighting broke out in the area, the shops have shut and fallen into disrepair. That is until soldiers at the nearby FOB WAHID drove the insurgency out of the area. Now, I've been spending time with the Royal Engineers who've been building a series of checkpoints or CPs, some of which were completed during Operation Winter Success. And as a result, they've restored security in the area, so much so that in fact earlier this week the Bazaar reopened. Sitting on the southern bank of the Shamalan Canal, the area of Loy Manday has up until recently been nothing but a ghost town. But now British troops based at the nearby FOB WAHID are helping to bring life back to the area through a series of fortified checkpoints.
It's been a massive difference really. Obviously initially when we first came here 3 months ago, the Bazaar was pretty much a no-go. It was completely derelict. Over a period of time, the Afghans have been sort of building up on that. And that's mainly been down to the security provided by these checkpoints that we've put in.
The men of 11 Field Squadron have over the last 3 months built a series of CPs using local businesses to provide a large quantity of the required resources.
We're looking at sort of 18, 90 trucks sometimes of an evening. They're sort of full of beans every time they come in, all big smiles, that sort of thing. They're happy to see us and obviously they're getting paid for it at the same time.
By building around existing compounds, the engineers ensure that Afghan culture is respected and the CPs are ready to one day house the Afghan security forces.
Try and leave something resembling the existing compound. Obviously, in this one in particular, we've only got the compound itself, the habited area, so that's pretty much all that's left. But yeah, we try and leave something behind so they're quite comfortable to come and live in.
The increased number of CPs also allows ISAF forces to integrate more fully with the local population, ensuring that their voice is not forgotten.
We've been putting the message out that every week we'll hold a shura at this location, and we're expecting quite a few people to come down on the next one. The locals out there seem fairly friendly, yet still a little bit intimidated. There are still Taliban scouts watching us.
The tracks that weave between the compounds and irrigation ditches aren't designed for the engineers' heavy plant machinery. So as well as building the CPs, they also repair the damage made by their equipment and improve local transit routes, providing a lasting legacy to the local area.
These are just temporary bridges in order for us to get our vehicles across. As the checkpoints are being put in place, then we can start going back, focusing more on turning things back to normal. Taking away our equipment bridges and replacing those with what we call a non-equipment bridge, which is going to be a permanent bridge which will obviously stay for the foreseeable future.
But it's not just British forces that have benefited from the sappers' handiwork. Many of the CPs are now being manned by Estonian forces.
I believe we're pushing the insurgents even further east. South there are already other CPs to meet them, and I think we're making it better for the Bazaar and the Bazaar to develop and people to go there.
The final step in bringing security to the area is to hand over the CPs to the Afghan security forces. And here in Mandal Calais, Lieutenant Hamza and his troops are at the forefront of the transition.
This area is security very good. We job with here together with ISAF. We go together with patrol in this area. Last time was security in this area very bad, but now we see in this area. The CP is come to here, but the Taliban is and the enemy don't come to fight in here. Now is security in this area very good.
By building the checkpoints, ISAF troops have helped to establish a ring of steel around the Bazaar, pushing the insurgents away and allowing the local population to thrive and bring normality back to Loy Manday.
It's very safe place. Loy Manday Market Bazaar is a very safe place.
And do you find with all the checkpoints being built that the Taliban are staying away?
He's saying Taliban had influence before, since the ISAF forces came here and then they ran away.
As the transition continues to develop, scenes like this should become more and more commonplace, with Afghan security forces taking over British-built FOBs and CPs, therefore not just giving them the means, but also the infrastructure to provide security for their own country.